Okay, just a little follow-up on parts and pieces. Here's the main body itself and the extensions to the wings, and it's got an interesting design here for extending these. You've got to put a part inside. Pull this out. These two pieces here go inside the main or into here, and that slides it in and connects it to the main body. So that's an interesting way to do that, I guess. Luckily these are hollow pieces, so I can run wiring through them, because the wings themselves, you can see there's going to be just plenty of room inside those to run any kind of wiring to house any lighting. And just looking at the wings, I found the lights. See if I can get this lined up again real quick. Oh my goodness. Of course it's not going to just go in when I'm on camera. There we go. So I don't know the degree to which you can see that, but there's the little recess right here on the wingtips, but on the leading edge of it, and that's where the lights will be. And possibly, I don't think so. I have to look on the plans more closely, but I'm assuming that's probably not going to be a light source on the top of the wing there. It should just be on the leading edge. That's probably just an access panel for something. There's really good detail on this wing. Just surprisingly good molding. There's been very little flashing on it, just a little tiny bit right there, just like on the other. Very little to take off, and then with some fine sandpaper just cut that down, and that's fine. There we go. But yeah, interesting how that wing assembly is going to go. It doesn't even look like, no, I won't even need to worry about cutting into these. Let me just test fit one of these right now. 15 and 14. Make sure I get the right ones cut out. No point in wasting the cutting. So 15. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so that's odd. That's not the way I would have thought it would go. So if I take the top off, so for the undercarriage, so 15 goes on the starboard side, but where I assumed it would go downward, it goes upward. Okay. So it's just going to fit right into the grooves there, like that. So there's still going to be plenty of room around it, and I won't need to run anything through it at all. So it doesn't really matter that it's a hollow piece. It'll be fine the way it is. And so then this will just connect on like that. And it will be secured at the bottom side of it. Okay. I assumed that piece would kind of fill the whole spot to give you a solid connection to actually slide it onto, like the 172 B52 model that I think that's Monogram or Revell. I think it's Monogram. But I remember doing a B52 years and years ago for a class project, and that B52 was set up that way with a similar type of structure, but it was a solid, you know, you had this nice solid connection to it because the piece fit roundly into the whole slot, and I assumed that's how this would be too, but it's obviously not going to be that way. So it just fits down in the bottom part, and then you'll still have all of that gap around it. So that's odd that it's going to be that way. It seems that it just should fill, you know, top to bottom and give you a nice solid slide in on that, so you get nice good structural support. So I wonder if it might be smarter to not assemble the wings, these extensions, first, but to actually get this all glued together correctly first, and then glue the bottom onto there. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do that just to get things to line up correctly. Maybe even attach it to, yeah, it looks like there's a recess there. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to probably assemble it that way first, just to get it nice and solid rather than slipping it on, despite the fact that the directions show to assemble these extensions first. But I think that will not be as smart a way to do it as to do it like this. So interesting choice in the mold there to have that piece not really be a useful piece like that. So, but at least now I know where the lighting is. Unfortunately, it's on the top part of the wing rather than the underside, but no big deal. And it's a small enough little notch in there. I don't know how well you can see that, but an SMD will fit there. Let me see what I've got. So I've got some small ones. That's the 1206. Those are too big. Those are too big. Those might work. I had some really small ones. It may just be these. Because I definitely do not want to do fiber optics into those. That just will not look as good. So my 606s, those should be perfect for it. And then I can just paint. Let me see if there's a lens that comes with it. Then I could just paint the lens. And if there's no lens for those, yeah, it doesn't look like there's a lens. So I can just use my transparent red and green paint, my Tamiya, to color it. And that should be fine. So that's what I think I'll do for that. It's too bad the light isn't on the bottom side, because then I could just wire everything on the bottom and not have to worry about trying to coordinate between the top and the bottom on that at all. But it's not going to be that big of a deal. It just would have been nicer to go the other way with it. Again, just look at all that exquisite detail on this aircraft. And it's interesting, the molding here and how the glass pieces are going to fit in all that. Really cool shape, really cool design to this particular aircraft. So it's going to be very very wide, and I don't think that the pieces of wood that I have cut right now are really going to accommodate it very well. Not in terms of the wingspan. The wings will obviously go well beyond the perimeter of the wood itself. So maybe I should get a special cut of wood that was more long than just square. Get myself a good rectangle instead of the squares that I have, just so that the wings are not sitting out over it and possibly going to be compromised wherever I display it. So that's where that is right now. And I am looking at the assembly for the cabin and everything. I wonder the degree to which I want to light any of the control panels. I don't know. But one thing that the directions show is that I'm going to need to put some clay to help get the balance right on the front edge of this thing. It says 15 grams of modeler's clay. I also have some fishing weights, and I may just secure one of those at the front rather than go about trying to get any clay. But we'll see what goes with that. Okay. This is going to be a fun build. I'm already kind of seeing it right now. I'm going to like this a lot. So I will come back with more as I do more. Maybe right now I should just show off some of the sprues. Lots of little control pieces and things for the cockpit. Interesting that the wheels are already pre-distressed, pre-flat, which is an interesting molding decision. Usually, you just get the completely circular tires with the kits, and then you have to sand them down to get that weight effect on the wheels. But these come that way already, so it's already set up to be put on a diorama if that's the way you want to go with it. And very, very sturdy landing gear, and all the tires are already set up to show the weight of the plane on them. Okay. Here's the leading edge intakes. Okay. Elevators here. Engine cowlings. The main cabin piece. And you know, the dials, I have drills that I could, if I wanted to light some of those, I could do that. Just do some backlighting on it, and just some CA into those. I might just do that. Then here's the overhead console here. I remember seeing that in the directions. Nice. And lastly, the propellers. Let me cut this better here. Obviously, if somebody had gotten into this beforehand, this was an open kit after all. And I wonder if I'll, because I've got motors, and maybe I'll make a couple of these engines powered. I don't know. There we go. Nice, nice kit. Little stray propeller there that came off the sprue. I think this is going to be a good one. I'm already excited about it. I'm glad that the lighting looks like it's going to go very, very well. Again, all this room inside the main pieces to do any kind of wiring you want to do. Well, that will be good. And my 606s, I believe these are just steady. I don't think these are blinkers. It'd be nice if they were, but I don't know that they necessarily have to be blinking like the Enterprise does from Star Trek. So let me take one of these here. Oh my goodness, so tangled. Where are you, this one? There we go. Let's see. Should just be steady, not blinkers. Oh, it is a flight. Okay. It is a blinker. Well, so do I want it to blink? There's a good question. I didn't think that these were blinkers, but I guess I did buy these as such whenever it was that I got them from HDA Model Works. Had all of these for so long now. Okay. Well, so they are blinkers. I wonder if that light should just be a steady light. I'll decide later if I'm going to just order some more SMDs from HDA. Okay.